Hi guys, it's Barry here at DR Escapes, and I want to introduce to you a couple of new friends of ours that have been together with us for a little bit over a week now, and we still haven't killed each other. I'd like to pass this over and introduce Akaisha and Billy of RetireEarlyLifestyle.com, very popular website, and to get their perspectives of the DR. So guys, we've been together a little bit over a week, and why don't you tell us, is this your first time here? Tell us what you've experienced over the week and how it relates to your world travels.
I think this is one of the most beautiful islands I've seen. We've seen a lot of different islands in the Caribbean. We've traveled through Mexico and Central America, and this was pleasantly, surprisingly beautiful. The beaches have been outstanding. The food has been really good. The weather's been fabulous. People are really friendly. What do you think?
Yeah, it's the island is gorgeous. It's stunningly gorgeous, and if you've never been here, you got to come down and take a look at it.
In terms of your travel experiences, though, can you see this for the Western concept of retiring without roughing it too much or roughing it as much as they decide to? Like, are things available? What was your experience over the week? Did you see like various items from around? Is it supply of food, quality of food, things like that?
Well, the grocery store in town here, Garcia's, is very well stocked.
Yes, it is.
That's impressive.
Yes.
As far as fruits and vegetables, are very plentiful.
And sweet.
We've not been to a fish market yet, so I don't know.
That's true.
But I see the fishermen all over the place, and there's fish available in every restaurant, so I'm sure it's around.
And the food in the restaurants has been really good too. The fish is really fresh, and the fruits are really sweet. And I think the roads are really well paved, and there's hardly any trash anywhere. I'd say it's I would consider it as a retirement location.
That's the roads. Casey brings up a good point. We've traveled a lot through Guatemala, Mexico, Belize, and we're impressed with the highway system here. It's quite good. Once you get off the roads, then it's off road. But if you're on the main highways and whatever, they did a nice job with them.
For your subscribers that aren't fluent in Spanish, did you find generally English is something that you can get around more or less without too great a difficulty?
In the grocery stores, they speak English, and in some of the restaurants, they know what you're there for. They know that you want to order food, so you can probably get by without that. We've met some lawyers, and they all spoke English, and I'm assuming the doctors do as well. In most locations, doctors speak English. Mm-hmm. So I would say that knowing a little bit of Spanish would be really useful. I would recommend that, but you could probably get by with some survival phrases and maybe even a translator on your iPhone.
And for all your folks that are kind of looking, your subscribers, as a second home or a vacation home, or possibly, I know you do a little bit with people investing in different areas, and on a ranking, would you say this would be one of the 5 most you should check out, the 10 most you should check out? I mean, in terms of people looking to retire and still have the conveniences of electricity, internet, and in general, a very sustainable, livable type of lifestyle.
I think that this place has got a heck of a lot of opportunity and potential. I've kind of coined the phrase that this is Maui of the East Coast. Now, I've never been to Maui, but I have friends that live there, and I've seen a ton of photos. And this is driving up through the mountains, all the palm trees, all the vegetation. It makes it, to me, it's what Maui is. And this could be Maui back in the 50s. And so the opportunities that were there in the 50s are here today. And that's the way I see it. I'm not an expert on land and land prices or building costs. I don't know. That's not my forte. But as far as the opportunity, the lots that you've shown us, the ocean views and the locations are, I think, sure, it's workable.
I can see people getting very excited about purchasing land here, and I'm not a land person myself either. But the price ranges that have been quoted to us and the beauty here. I mean, we've gone through Thailand jungles, we've been to Belize, and nothing compares to this. This is you can buy the same sort of thing in the Caribbean and there's other, like the Grenadine Islands, and pay 2 and 3 times as much. And you're going to find the same thing here in terms of beaches and weather and flora and fauna. And, mean, floral and fauna and that kind of thing. And I mean, I'm really impressed with the beauty here.
What do you think about the people?
Oh, the people are great. The people are great.
Are you excluding yourself?
Of course.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
The people are great.
I've been thrown out by better people.
Yes, right.
No, everybody's been very kind to us. So Akaisha and I, Barry's trying to lead us around and spoon feed us all the information and locations around here. And Akaisha and I are doing our best to break away from Barry, and get off on our own, because we're used to walking into the funky bars and sitting down with the locals and having a beer with them, or going into the grocery stores on our own, or talking to the vendors, and that's our lifestyle. And so a couple days ago, yesterday or the day before, we got to talking to some guy who grew up. He's Dominican but lived in New York City, Yankees fan, and he told us his story. People have been very nice to us.
Everybody's been friendly. You
Yes.
walk down the street and the
Yes.
highway or anywhere, and you wave. The children wave. Everyone waves back at you, and you say good morning
Yeah.
or good afternoon.
I assume they're waving.
Was there a certain finger in the middle sticking out?
I thought that was a salute.
Oh, it was. Not the right kind you're thinking of, but it was. But actually, no, we took, when we got together and we did our interviews, Billy cautioned me, and rightfully so, be careful for what you wish for. So it's been a full week, but I felt it was DRscape's responsibility to try and cram 5 pounds of apples in a 4-pound bag.
And that's what he's been doing.
It's been wonderful.
You know, it's something we wanted them to experience as much of the country in the limited amount of time, and there's no way to do that by guagua. There's no bus. There's no way to see the amount that we've seen together. I mean, I'm tired. Yeah, Tuesday's coming quick, thank God. But
He's been wearing us out. It's been like a whirlwind. And if we don't take notes, we're gonna. Well, thank goodness we take notes on our travels, and so we know where we've been at least. So when we go back and look at this stuff, we'll have some reference points. But it's been one day after another.
We could never have seen.
We could have never
much,
seen all this
no,
on our
without
own.
his help.
Yeah, we wouldn't have known where to go.
We wanted you to feel really secure. This was one of my directive, and one of my chief points I wanted to accomplish was to make sure that you understood it's not Cabrera's beautiful and everything that's surrounding it is not.
Right.
That's what I wanted to get across. And without you knowing it, I've been tracking it. We've done a little over 128 miles together, up and down the coast.
Okay.
So I wanted to get that concept across, that the entire region, because many countries, myself when I was a photographer, I've been over 100 countries, and I know there are spots, but the surrounding is like a cancer. You don't want to venture out of that spot. And that's what I wanted to kind of get across to you. So if any of your subscribers have questions, which I'm sure they're going to, that, well, okay, Cabrera is beautiful, I see the pictures, but what's the rest of it? And
I think there's a little bit for everyone. We saw the Capitol, which had a lot of culture, and if you like big cities and you want concerts and theater and that kind of thing, and really fine dining. I mean, some people are city people and they like that. And we saw some wonderful neighborhoods and apartments for rent and that sort of thing. We've seen Las Serenas, we've seen Boca Chica and Juan Dolio, a lot of different beaches, and they're all Sosua. Sosua is really touristy, but for that kind of nightlife and even day life and restaurants and bars and things to do, every place has been clean. Every place has been friendly. I'm impressed.
Yeah, we floated around Las Terrenas after lunch.
Yes,
we all
we
floated
did.
around there together.
It was nice.
And if you're not into the beach life, there's mountains. This crazy Brit that I met here told me that they've got mountains here up to 8,000 to 10,000 feet.
Oh, Johnny? Yeah,
You know Johnny?
Sorry for you. Yeah, I feel sorry for you too. Yeah, he's kind of like fungus; he grows on you. But is there any kind of last kind of suggestion or recommendation or last thoughts you'd like to share? And I would also like you to, besides the gargantuan letters on your chest, I'd like you to formally state how our subscribers would be able to best find you guys and reach out to you.
Okay, well, first I'd like to say if you're hesitant, if you're interested at all in seeing Dominican Republic, Barry's the guy to see it with. He knows this island very well, and I mean, it's like having a cassette going off constantly in the car with him describing, okay, this is what you're seeing over here, this is what you're seeing over there, this tree is this tree is a walnut tree, and this
Any
is
questions
cocoa.
you have?
Answering every
Yes.
we had hundreds of questions. and he was able to answer them all. Some of them were tricky, he even answered those. But anyway, we can be found on RetireEarlyLifestyle.com.
If you have any questions about financial independence, world travel, or medical tourism, we're the ones you want to see. We answer every email that you send to us. We have a digital bookstore. We've got videos that we have on our off our homepage as well, and we've got everything you want to know about retirement. So.
And there's an
Check us out.
education for me too now. I am very careful for what I wish for from now on, because this is Barry, who has been run ragged for the last
That's right.
something. But like they say, you can't hurt steel, eh?
Yeah,
Guys,
there you go. Thank you.
It's
Yep.
been an absolute pleasure
Thank
being
you
together,
so much.
guys.
Thank you. We appreciate your offer.